Time to work, Ghost Squad.
Hey, what's going on, people? Sig here. Changing things up a little bit, bringing a little kill confirmed on Fog. Figured I'd drop a little bit of a older, newer map in lieu of the new maps coming out on Thursday for PlayStation. Oh, it's been a month already that Xbox has had their premium access, first dibs on everything. Just gonna warn you, I start off a little bit slow on this gameplay, but pick it up towards the end. So if you can bear with me just for a couple minutes, you'll see that things improve. Wanted to bring to you a little bit about what Advanced Warfare. Yes, new Call of Duty has been announced. I'm sure everybody in the world, if you have seen my videos and are listening to me speak right now, you have already probably seen the new trailer for the Sledgehammer game. What do you guys think? What do you think about this new Advanced Warfare? I mean, I know that there's not a lot that have been discussed relating to all the things that are in it in terms of whether it's the single player or multiplayer, but I do have to say there are some positives that I've seen already in terms of my views. I also have to. No, I mean, I guess the big thing is where do you stand on this? The the positives that I see: one, Kevin Spacey, fantastic actor, and if you have not seen House of Cards already, I highly recommend that you do. He is by far probably one of my most favorite actors, and probably one of the only reasons why I continue to keep my Netflix account active is so I can see the House of Cards when it comes out. Phenomenal show. So just the fact that he's getting into Call of Duty series, I'm excited to see what transpires with that. Some of the other positives, changing the scene a little bit. New sound technology, new sound platform. In addition, they're finally creating a new technology behind the gameplay, so it's not using some old technology, and they're building it from the ground up for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One next-gen consoles. So it's not a port over to something different. So that's great. I think that's phenomenal. So, it looks fantastic. I have a feeling that it will look amazing. But graphics can only take you so far until the gameplay really becomes something that's obviously important. The second, some of the downside that is when it's taking place in the year. And I say that hesitantly because I am a type of person. I enjoy the Call of Duty series, and I started thinking about why I enjoy the Call of Duty series, and part of that is because it's a middle ground. It's a balance between the realistic gameplays and also a balance between the future, modern, alien, sci-fi type games. You have Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3 that are pushing the envelope towards the realism with the bullet drop from the sniper bullets, sniper shots from distances, taking into account like the realistic damage to the buildings and collapsible and damaged environments and huge maps with airplanes, helicopters, tanks, and vehicles. So you have that end of the spectrum. Then on the flip side, you have games, for the PlayStation family, such as the Killzone, the Resistance. Even for Xbox, you have Titanfall, which is getting into the sci-fi, the mech, the alien, the different bullet technology, like the Halo. And those kind of push the envelope a different direction. It's the other end of the spectrum where you have the realistic on the one hand, and then you have the sci-fi technology advancement on the other hand. And Call of Duty has always kind of towed the line between the two with some different guns, some realistic guns, still keeping that arcade gameplay style and pulling away from the the realistic style as well. So that's kind of where I tend to enjoy, and that's what makes the Call of Duty series fun, because it does have that balance between the two. Some games are more towards the realistic, some games are more towards the sci-fi, but it's never really one side or the other. With the Advanced Warfare game coming out, that's where my hesitation lies. Is, are we getting too much into the mechs? Are we getting too much into the suits? Is it going to be like another Crisis game where people are running around invisible, and the suits become the game as opposed to the player playing the game, and the Twitch mentality and the Twitch reaction style of the game? Are the guns going to make too much of a difference? How can you balance alien technology or advanced technology when you're using different type bullets versus your standard fire ammo? So we'll see about that. I mean, I'm gonna reserve the right to withhold judgment until I fully see multiplayer gameplay, or at least see what I can do to get my hands on it, or even till November 4th when it actually does drop and release. But that's where my hesitation lies. And I think the fact that they have Sledgehammer Games has 3 years to develop this, and next year is going to be Treyarch, and they'll have a be excellent for them to be able to have that view. And I do believe Treyarch is going to get into like some sort of World War series, or World War One, World War Two type again. I fingers crossed. But I think this has some positives, but we'll see how it plays out. And I'm really interested to see if they can bring anything back like the Clan Wars. I've been a very big proponent, and I believe the Clan Wars have been a great addition to the current Ghost gameplay or game, and playing as a clan and playing as a group and playing for that ultimate other competition has been very, very beneficial. And I do hope that Sledgehammer keeps something along those lines where it continues to add that competition into the mix. We'll see what they do, and I truly hope that it is something along those lines, because it's been fun. It's been fun to be able to get on a weekend and play in the Diamond Division, Clan War, and have something to compete towards and just playing against a bunch of random people. But gameplay's coming to end here. Again, I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the Advanced Warfare. And until then, thanks and have a good one.
Kill confirmed. Good job. Report to command for debrief.